And here's two scientists, people that changed our very existence, both standing next to each other, full figures. Oh, what a scene that would be. How exciting. Oh, I'm ready.
I'm Cynthia Lazaris, and I collect wax. I love everything rare, weird, and wonderful. I have been spending my entire life traversing swap meets, garage sales, and auctions looking for the newest piece to add to my collection. You look around the room, there's a little bit of everything. Join me on my journey to find the weird and the wonderful.
Well, it's a Sunday afternoon, and if you look around, I have some boxes in front of me. Boxes that have not been opened in a very long time. I've been given a real treat, a real surprise. Someone has given me some boxes that contain wax heads. They came from a museum, a wax museum in New York. And it's just, I don't know what's in the boxes, except I started to peek into this one. Oh my goodness, wow, look at this piece. Isn't it beautiful? The box said that it's Christoper Columbus's sailor friend, whatever that was. But look at his face. Oh my gosh, he looks like he has the worst scowl on his face. And oh, he has hand-punched hair and eyebrows and glass eyes, and he's just beautiful. And then when I looked on the back, it said Pierre Imans, Paris. Oh my goodness, you can't get any better than that. What a beautiful piece. Oh my gosh, where can I use them? Oh my gosh, I have a lot of places I like to put this guy. Isn't he wonderful? This is box number 2. And I looked at the box and it said Marie Curie, which we all know was a scientist in the early 1900s where she worked with radium. Isn't she exciting? She's a Pierre Imans. She's very traditional where she has the bone structure, very beautiful piece, and she has glass eyes, but her eyelashes are not the traditional where they're very long and wavy. But she's a beautiful piece. Look at her. Now, it's an interesting story about Pierre. Pierre was a Dutch sculptor, but he did most of his work in Paris. And what was exciting about him is it was kind of the year of realism, where he wanted to present his pieces where they looked so realistic that most of his department stores that featured his mannequins, wax mannequins, set up almost kind of like an entertainment piece where they would be scenes of things happening during the current times, which was going to a soda fountain or a wedding reception or a party, a grand party where they featured the mannequins, male and female, but he did make them kind of generic where they would be interchangeable back and forth, and they would be featured in some of the latest Paris fashions. One thing that I always remember, a story that I always thought that was so interesting, and I'm going to put this head right back in here so I can tell you this story. Well, we all remember the young Belgian girl. Her name was Bernadette, and her claim to fame is that she had gone into the countryside and she witnessed the Virgin Mary. Now, when Bernadette had passed away, they noticed something about her, that she, after a few days of laying in state so everyone could come in and say their goodbyes, that she didn't age or she didn't decay. So they kind of laid her to rest in a glass case. But then when they exhumed her 30 years later, she was still in that beautiful state. Well, the nuns had decided to wash her body, her dead body, after 30 years, which was probably a mistake because of all the bacteria. she started to show some decay on her face and on her hands. They brought in Pierre Imans, and he made a wax face covering for her and hands. And she still lays in state in a glass case in a church in France, so everyone can come in and look at her and see her beauty as if she had just died a few seconds ago. Oh my goodness, wow. I just pulled out a beautiful piece by Jim's. It's Winston Churchill. Look at him. Oh, he's magnificent. He has beautiful hand-punched hair, and he has glass eyes, and he just looks wonderful. Oh my goodness, what museum was he in? I know that he spent the last years of his life in the New York Wax Museum, but where did he go from there? I mean, where did he come from? Do you think he was on display in London in one of the beautiful Royal Wax Museums? Look at his face. Wow. Just think of all the people that walked by and looked at him. He was just a beautiful piece as he stood looking at everyone. Wow, Louis Pasteur, and he's made by Jim's Studios. Wow, look at his beautiful face. Oh, he's so distinguished looking. And oh, he has such beautiful features and glass eyes and hand-punched hair and his mustache and beard. Oh, he's just beautiful. Now, Jim's Studios was out of London, England, and they made some beautiful pieces. So I'm going to guess that he was for many years in a London wax museum before he came to New York. And he stayed there for many, many years until he came to my house. And here, what am I going to do with him? Am I going to keep him a head, or am I going to make him a figure? Oh, wouldn't that be exciting to do a scene with Marie Curie? And here's two scientists, people that changed our very existence, both standing next to each other, full figures. Oh, what a scene that would be. How exciting. Oh, I'm ready. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe this. And I've been needing this. Can you believe this? I have the Phantom of the Opera set from Movieland Wax Museum, but it's missing one character. And I need to have that piece. It's Mary Philbin. She has always stood next to the Phantom for all those years. It's the singer that goes with the Phantom of the Opera, which I'm assuming is Mary Philbin. Can you imagine this? Oh my goodness, I am so excited. I hope you're excited too. Oh my goodness gracious, and she's, oh my gosh, she's a Pierre Imans. I can just tell, let me just double check. She is, and she says, Pierre Imans, Paris. Look at this piece, she's going to look wonderful with you know who that's right behind me. Wow, now she does need a little help. Look at her eyelashes though. Oh my gosh, that is a Pierre Imans. Look at her eyes. Oh my gosh, they tell a sad story. Oh my goodness, remember? Oh, she's going to look wonderful standing just like Movieland Wax Museum. I know it's not the same look, it's not the same thing, but just think she was made for this. Oh wow. And she comes with a cross. She has a cross on. So she just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. She needs to have her long dress on, and she's going to stand right next to my Phantom of the Opera. Oh my gosh, this is exciting because I need this one. And so she's already got a place. My son made a little extra step for her to stand on where she looks, and she's kind of throwing her arms up a little bit because she's taken by surprise because the Phantom has taken off his mask to reveal himself, his ugly face. Well, this is interesting. This box says Christoper Columbus. Wow. I really don't have a set that I could use a Christoper Columbus. Oh my goodness, look at him. But I do have a jungle theme going on upstairs, and I'm building a set right now with my 1920s Explorer. And he's going to look great. I think I'm going to dress him up like an Arab. I have some original costumes that came from Egypt, and he would look lovely in this scene with my 1920s Explorer. Oh, here comes my kitty cat. Just don't pay attention to him. He loves to come and look at all my goodies that I have. But look at this piece. Now, I'm looking at him and he looks like a gem's piece. And so he's just a beautiful piece that stood in a museum for many, many years. And now he's going to have a new life with me, and he's going to take on a whole new character. Before I open the last box, I am so blessed by having this treat, which I'm showing you today. A very close collector friend decided to give me all these heads from my collection. And so it's so wonderful when I had told you last time that to keep your doors open, enjoy what you have, and sometimes things come to you. Maybe they're meant to be with you. But as I said, this is so exciting for me. And my very last box, it says sailor. Who doesn't like a sailor? Well, anyways, here we go. Oh my goodness, and I want to make sure I don't hurt this guy because he looks very, very old, and he's a Pierre Imans. Look at this piece. Now he's got a little bit of hair issues, but oh, he's just beautiful. Oh my goodness, look at his face. He's very exciting, and he's got this piece that's on the very front of his collar where it looks like it was tied onto a body. Now, because of the type of collar that's around the neck, shoulder part right here, they usually went on to mannequins that had an upper fabric body, and they were usually tied on so they could interchange them back and forth onto different bodies. But anyways, isn't he just beautiful? You can see it in the back too, the front and the back, where it has that piece of material or cord. And oh, you just think, how old is this guy? He looks so old. He looks like he could have been from the 1920s. Just beautiful. I don't think he was always a sailor. I think that he must have been a gentleman, and he must have been either a pirate at one time. Who knows what he could have been? He has lots of lives to tell. Thank you for joining me on my Sunday afternoon unveiling and unwrapping these wonderful boxes of wax heads. It's been an exciting day for me. I hope that you just love what I have. It's such a wonderful thing to have other people that enjoy wax just like I do. They have lots of friends now. Look around the room. Isn't it exciting? They're going to be joining our family. Thank you.